I've got two.
All right, I'm gonna grab a soda real quick, and I'll be right back.
Go ahead. We're just getting the channel up, and I've got to turn off.
All right, I'm gonna grab a soda real quick, and I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, there it is. Let me mute that. There we go. It's like
that was.
Well, yeah, I think I'll just. That actually works out. The last two of y'all are here. I can just turn off this one and turn off this one. Cool. All right. Let him get his drink and we'll play a little, just so we can at least say we've had a little fun. I've got it. Like I said, just add it on the list. I keep saying I want to get some other one shots and stuff configured for things like this. And I just haven't had time. I just don't have time.
Yeah, you're already running 4 games. That's a lot.
That plus the West March is getting that developed. Then I got to stream a game Sunday for one of the cons, and then work. It just took off on me. It got real busy. So.
And I'm ready to run a Starfinder campaign anytime you need it. I've got an adventure all set.
You got it all set. Everybody's running it. It's the hot button right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I downloaded it. I played before it was official a few times. I got a level 4 character, but now I want to run one.
It is definitely Dave Digital DM. He is really
all over it. Yep. He's had a lot of them. I've watched a few of his to get some pointers on how to run it.
Wait, isn't that the guy that we were playing with?
No. We weren't playing with the digital DM. No.
Did you put out?
We were playing a little. We had some of the Yawning Portal stuff on Wednesdays before the group just went. They went another direction. He jumped off, and Doug had to jump off, and then they wanted some new blood in there, and they asked me to jump off, and so all right, and it freed my Wednesdays back up, which is what I wanted. So. Too many streams. That's way too much. 5. That was silly.
Are you streaming yet, Duff?
Yeah, I'm live.
So you're okay.
Yeah, there's a few. I don't think there's anybody watching, really, is there? DJ's there as always. Yeah, we're in the middle of this combat. We'll play a little bit, move a little forward. I'm debating whether or not just I'll spend enough time on this web. The web of deceit, but
the answer is yes. Just get us off it.
Yeah, get us off the web.
I don't know if that was the question, but that is the answer.
We'll burn it all behind us. Yeah.
This module really, really relies on a lot of theater of the mind and role playing because of the way it's set out in the Underdark. There's only so many maps that you can put together, and they've got some, but there's just a lot here in this one.
I mean, we're the Deadbeats. We're the masters of role play.
Right.
They just put us in a puzzle-orientated room, and we've got it.
We'll shred a night.
Well, if Ruckus doesn't show up, we've got it. Oh, Ruckus.
I am here.
Yeah, we need somebody to break the door down.
All right.
Well, he's got the only key, man.
You mean the whistle?
The dwarven key.
The whistle.
The dwarven key.
That's right. All right, do our introductions real quick. We'll get through a little detail. Like I said, we won't go full tonight, man, just because we're missing Goober 1 and Goober 2. I think Thandrick will be back definitely next week. He was traveling, so and then Varus, you can never tell what happens with those boys along the
That's what happens when you live on an island.
Yeah, exactly. So he gets ambushed. But anyway, let's do our introductions real quick and then start it off. Hondo, you're up first.
Yeah, I'm Hondo Bozamek, a loyal cleric of Dumathoan.
Dirt.
Dirtless Driftwood, a rock gnome wizard who is always in search of books to send back to the library, and my companion Wobble the Weasel.
Ruck.
Name's Ruckus. I'm a Mountain Dwarf Barbarian, Apex Predator.
Banjo.
My name is Banjo Kazooie, and I am a bugbear swashbuckling rogue, and I used to be a gladiator out of Waterdeep until somebody sold me to the drow.
Awesome. I did not know that. That's new information.
The Deadbeats. How lucky has he been? I mean, well, everybody should be on. Yeah, everybody's on the map. We left off that you had made it what you believe was the midway point on the web cavern area, and yeah, what's this? I don't even have my story. This is how unprepared I am. God darn it! Into the darkness to the.
Did I do a fireball, or am I going to do it right now?
Yeah, the silken path. Let's go like this.
Mm.
Yeah. Why don't you do? Yeah, let's light everybody up. And so when you got there, then you happened to, as you were waiting to cross over, a contingent of Drow and their Quaggoth slaves have come from the south and charged you. And we left at the top of the order with Weeble. We have the group here. We have the Fargus Rumblefoot. There's an extra NPC that's a halfling rogue that was friends with Thandrick. And then I believe Varus conjured these 1 hit point imps as extra fighters for the group as the Quaggoth creatures charged in, and the Drow were staying in the background, but I believe, was it Dirtless? One of you guys took them out.
I did the fireball because we're on rock.
That's what it was.
So I fired it when we're on the rock, yeah.
Well, that's where we're at with. So, with that being said, Weasel the Wobble the Weasel.
Can Wobble the Weasel, can he get over this chasm here?
Sure he can.
I want him to get there and then
Just
move down that way, right about there. Whoops, not there. There. And I just want him to kind of look out what's on that end of the point.
Yep, so he's just basically seeing more and more webs. It just goes on and on and on.
He's there ready to line up a shot if I have a lightning bolt or something ready, and just to make sure nobody comes from that direction. And his turn is done.
Gotcha. Imp 1 and Imp 2, I'm assuming, are going to attack. They're going to sting. Hits the Quaggoth. Pierce. Ooh. Quaggoth gets a bad mojo. 2 will fly around over here. Same thing. Yet, will they hit? Eldith. Oh, Hondo, what should I do? I'm out of arrows.
And then just hang tight.
Go get him, baby.
You better believe it.
We can't miss that opportunity.
No.
All right. Varus. Who's going to run Varus? Who wants to run his ass? I'll free him up.
Well, I mean, I put forth Ruckus's name simply because he's been a druid before, but I don't know if he actually wants. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me clear the owner.
Sorry, Ruckus. I didn't mean to make you do more work there, bud.
It's all right.
All right. Oh, I do it here free because I'm Eldith and I love my Hondo man. Who's gonna run Thandrick then? Actually, he's your friend, Hondo, so you get to run him.
What? Who is?
Thandrick.
Yeah, Thandrick's your friend.
It's up to you guys. I can run him because I played
either one of y'all can run him. That's
Banjo.
I cleared him off.
I would recommend Banjo simply because he has more experience on fantasy grounds, but
Yeah, I can.
Don't show
Stop nominating people, Hondo.
I believe you can run me anytime, Hondo.
Run me to the ground.
yeah, I'll run Eldith. I got
One's
it.
already running Elvith. That's true.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, get it in. All right, well, there you go. He's got have fun with Varus. What do you want to do with him? No, they never do free. That's all right. I get it. It's for you viewers. It's the extra. What's I'm looking for?
Zaz.
Zaz.
Whatever.
Zaz, yeah.
It's for the
So,
viewers. It's that extra
this-
step that I take.
Yeah, you made it plural, but it should be singular.
Huzzah.
It's for the viewer.
Oh, viewer, exactly. It's free. Well, actually, I got two. DJ and Free are out there. Let's get
Wait, I was gonna-
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'll log on really.
Varus, is he stepping off to his demise? Is that what he's doing there?
No, he's backing up away from that Quaggoth to use magic stones.
Whip out his stones. Wow, he actually hit with them. Varus never does that.
Dang it, I gotta turn off the volume.
All
Hey,
right, Ruckus.
Okay, I'm gonna go reckless. Are any of those damages being applied correctly?
Nah, you're
No.
missing something.
It says
nobody.
untyped for some reason for the type
Yeah.
damage type. It's not it doesn't have a type for some reason. I don't. It's magical and slashing or something like that, right?
It's untyped and
Yeah, so it's happening there. Slashing, bludgeoning. You were hitting with Hugh.
It seems like it's just not targeting. Probably because we're playing two different characters. If Varus's sheet is up first and you're rolling it, maybe it might not target correctly.
Well, he's got to. If you select your, yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah, when you're playing different players, I think you have to make sure you've clicked on him on the not on the tracker or on the map to make sure he's active.
I originally had him targeted already, and I untargeted him when I was going to do my attack.
Oh, okay. He died.
the lowly servant passed away.
All right. Yep. Again. All right. Well, he will swing back at Darendelle. Oh, shit. Oh, well. He's an NPC. Don't worry about it. Oh, boy. This boy's gonna... He will...
I mean, that's what we want, right? We want the imps getting targeted.
target humps the leg of the knee.
Horny little ibs.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. And 3.
Title, horny.
Yeah. I just,
I'll get to attack him too for my sentinel.
alright. Alright. My mic's really low? Hold on. Or I'm just talking low? Huh.
You sound normal to me.
Let me get closer to it then. Bring it up a little. How's that? Does that sound better? For me?
Yeah, sounds good. Here, at least, I don't know on the stream.
Well, free.
You sounded normal to me, and when you turned it up, I just had to turn the volume down.
Back down. Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to see. Really strange. Let me check my volumes. My volumes are almost maxed out. Let me bring that up a little bit to my face, so I'm talking right at the mic. Make sure that's better. All right, Quagga 3 did his attacks. Fargus is sitting back. Really? That's interesting. He's saying, yeah, I've got, I don't know what that is then. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Huh. I'll bring up a little bit more, but I'm not sure what's going on there.
I mean, you're sounding right on.
Yeah, Ruckus has got a crit. I saw that. All right, Fargus is holding. Jim Jar is up front here. He's got a war pick. He will attack. I'll go back and listen to the feed after we're done playing. Let me see what it sounds like. Sareth will shoot. So Ruckus has got a crit hit, and Banjo's got an advantage now.
Thank you.
It's free. Bupito, I'm so scared of where's my virus? He's gonna disengage and run over here. Dirt.
Alright, I've got that Dro down below targeted, and I am just going to light him up with Scorching Ray.
Okay.
That miss. Ooh, and I've got one more left. I will target Qui-Goth 2, but let me untarget the Dying Dro. Oh yeah.
Hit.
And after that, I'm gonna move over because it's not a chasm next to me, right? I can move over that. Can I move over? Can I move? Can I move over that little island there?
Yeah, there's just webs in between the rocks and all that, kind of making it a walk area, so you're fine.
Yeah, I want to move over there. Then Then I'm gonna say, "Go team, go! Hurrah, hurrah!"
Perfect, Banjo.
All right, I'm gonna use advantage. Thank you, free. An attack with my dagger to Quaggoth number 3. And I will use my bonus action to attack with the offhand bone dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I will go ahead and move to I'm sorry, right here actually. And that will be the end of my turn.
Yuck, yuck. We'll hold off. Topsy is here in combat, so we will get a war pick. A miss. Hondo.
I will try a sacred flame at number 1. And he succeeded, so I will pass.
Hold. Spotterbait. Thandrick.
Alright, Thandrick. Let me put on his fighting style that he uses. And he's over here, so he moves 25. I will try to move him to this spot right here and attack the Quaggoth. Do I have flanking on him? He's facing someone else.
He attacked the imp.
I will attack him twice.
Hmm.
And that is all he will do this turn.
Free's just getting all this stuff out here. Critical hit Hondo now. Oh boy. All right. Wobble.
Critical hit for Hondo or on Hondo?
Yeah. 4.
Let's take
Oh, hey.
on.
Free, you gotta give it to me some. Come on.
Thank you, Free. Appreciate it, bud.
You suck, Free.
Wow. Ouch.
So Weeble is just gonna, go down to the peninsula and check it out. If nothing's, there, you're gonna.
That'd
Need
be
to
Dirtless,
support
Free.
Free
That
right
would
now.
be Dirtless who said that, not me. Yep.
No, whatever. I didn't hear any of that.
Sorry, we need to support Free because of Tuesday. They got a
He was going to
Saturday.
get
MI.
Honda. Dirtless just got this. Yeah. He doesn't get the love. He doesn't get the free love. Wah, wah, wah.
So what's up with Free? What night does he play?
Tuesday nights.
All right. Oh, and you guys lost a couple, right?
Yeah, actually, well, we did. Sky and Lavinia, Maya, and Candace stepped in. They're playing with the group now. So we have
Awesome.
we have our first mixed
nice.
group. Yeah.
Very nice.
2 girls, 2 ladies. They jumped in and they're walking right into what possibly could be a horrible TPK.
No way already.
I'll be tuning in Tuesday night, man.
Yeah, they.
No, you won't be. We're
Oh,
playing
yeah.
miniatures.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we got a group. All right, well, you're on your own.
Yeah, we're playing Warhammer and painting minis Tuesday night.
That's right. All right, Varus.
But we can listen to it at the shop.
You could.
All right, maybe we should do that. Send a little love their way.
Let's do that. We'll send some love at the shop.
Yeah, it's Freeze buttering up all the other groups because he knows he's going to need the heals for that night because they have got a two-front battle getting ready to hit them.
Alright, so this next Tuesday we'll try to show up and help. I usually DM my game on Tuesday, so I usually can't get there till late, but I'll try to.
It's a shame.
Here's what you need to do, Duff. You need to put out an order and let us just sign up for something.
That's what I kind of just asked. I'm like, can I just send out a heals tonight?
Yeah.
You gotta be live. You gotta.
That's what they did at the con when you showed up to the con to watch the famous people play. You would buy something as you entered
As you
the
walked
room.
in the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
actually, Casey and I are actually putting that together for one of the next cons. We're actually going to have a on-site interactive game going with the stream.
So, what's everybody doing in November?
Playing D&D.
There's a convention you can all come to. It's in Wisconsin.
Come hang out with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ruckus just charged in and is weaving his destruction.
They all jumped on that bandwagon really quick. Enough, guys. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Maybe this should be just like it should be like a bullshit night where we just talk and say what we're doing.
That's what every D&D night is.
Pretty much.
Everybody signing up for this Wisconsin Game Con is embarrassing. Just settle down.
Yeah,
Is that Gary?
He did say Wisconsin. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well. Oh wow! It's combat's over. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Sweet.
All over. That didn't last long. All right. Well, that's it for the night, guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. That's our Thursday night D&D with the Deadbeats. All right. Boom. What's this circle here for? I forgot what it was doing.
Oh, because that's one where I was measuring the fireball and then you moved it up north.
Oh,
You can
on top
delete
of
that
your
one.
own people. Well,
I couldn't figure. I don't know how to delete it yet. I haven't figured that part out.
Right mouse click on. Okay. Well, boom. You're off. You got rid of the dro. I'm trying to see. Let me just casually look at what the Silken Paths.
It looks free and clear for the next 2 days.
Yeah. So web runners.
Top C and tour if you know a secret route.
Yeah, or the spider bait and the or the little.
Yeah,
goblins
that's
over
right. Mm-hmm.
Is it Prince Darendel that is the Quagoth?
Yes. He tells you that he is a prince, an elven prince that has been cursed, and he's trying to.
Yeah.
He's following y'all. He's trying to have y'all get him up to.
Can I remove his curse yet?
Do you have a remove curse?
Yeah. Yeah, I could cure his curse because we've been traveling long enough, right?
I don't know. You have the spell remove curse?
I do, yeah.
You do. Oh, I'm clicking on Ruckus. I'm like going, why is this spell's not showing up? Hi, sweetie. I'm fine. You have food down there in the microwave and some pastas in the fridge. I love you. Say hi to the guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello.
Say hi. Say hi. All right. Go back to being a geek. No, you're fine. Just you left your phone here, so I couldn't tell you what I was doing. Go have your dinner. It's in the microwave. All right. I'm trying to see what else is supposed to be accomplished here on the Silken Paths, and what would I just bought? Critical hit wifey. Yes, well, yes.
She has that as a permanent trait for Mr.
Yes,
Duff.
we got it. I'll redeem that. I'll give it to Dirt. That's fine. Yeah, Dirt. It was critical hit wifey, but he didn't give it to Dirtless, so he didn't get his money back. Yeah, well, she
All
does that.
right.
That's every night for you. You know, it's a wife. It's a spouse. So I get hit at least once a day. So for doing something wrong, but I cooked her. I grilled some kebabs and all that, and some.
I can't wait to take out the grill again once the snow's gone.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, I know.
Awesome. Had a cigar and a beer and did some grilling real quick.
We were just talking about cigars and drinking and
No, baby.
sun.
Gotta have them. Okay. What are we doing here? So yeah, we're gonna move. You're going to continue on the webs, and
I'm casting remove curse on Darendel.
okay. Let me pull him up. 1 second here, since you seem to think that you. Oh, that's why I was looking at Hondo. I wanted to see where's this spell that you think you've got. Remove.
It's a level 3. It's called remove curse.
Prince Darendal.
And-
He is a gold elf prince. And somehow it has been polymorphed into a Quaggoth form by a curse. He is Prince Darendel from the kingdom of Nelrendavane in the High Forest. His crown was usurped by the evil wizard Terestor, who trapped him in this form and exiled him from his people.
So does he turn back into that, or does he not?
You cast it on him, and nothing happens.
Huh.
And he looks at you, and he goes, "What are you doing? We have to get
I said
up top."
I said you had something on your shoulder, so I was just brushing it off. All right, tally ho, let's go.
Once I can get to my people, we can remove the curse there.
Mhm.
Down here,
Let's go.
down here with all this craziness and the way that the magic is, it's no wonder it did not work.
No, of course not. I mean, we got girls down here with mullets, and we got weasels running around, and yeah,
Hey,
let's go.
Weasel's awesome. Don't make fun of Weasel.
We got talking mushrooms. Let's go, man.
Globals.
Yeah, clavicles.
That's right. Yeah,
Let's get to it.
Gelatinous cubes. That is correct.
Yeah,
All right.
all kinds of crazy crap.
Well, here I'll unlock tokens so y'all can begin to move. And yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah, this is supposed to be this silken paths. This takes us out of the moment and all that. But yeah, it's supposed to be just a XP burner. Allow to play, and I think we spent.
I haven't leveled up yet.
Have y'all? Wait, how far off are y'all? I didn't even look. Oh, getting close.
2,000 off. Oh, okay, not quite 2,000. 1,200.
Yeah, we are.
All right. So who's still got? Durlis's and Hondo's got. Hondo's, have you used your critical yet?
I have not. No.
All right,
I forgot about that.
And Durlis has a critical. Okay.
Yeah.
Banjo's used an advantage, and Ruckus, you used your critical already, haven't you?
I'm gonna use my critical next combat if we run into anything on these empty silken paths.
That's right. Ruckus?
Yeah.
Ruckus, did you fall asleep? You're muted. We can't hear you. You checked out. He'll be back. I didn't see. Did he say he was leaving? No. We've lost him. Another one. Okay. This is going to be one of those nights. So what do we got here? All right. So y'all begin to move across. I will just basically blank grab everybody, and we move.
Oh, that actually fit pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whee! And let's see who we got here. Hondo, Dirtless, and Banjo. Make me some insight checks, please.
Oh.
Insight. Dun dun dun.
Come on, baby. I should be good at these.
I'm alright. I'm not too bad.
Good at what?
There we go.
Sometimes.
All right, where's my silken paths? All right. Who got it? Okay, so it's Hondo, and actually Dirtless, very faintly, as y'all are traveling, and we will make this go a lot quicker. Whee! Whee! Everybody's just okay. The imps will go away. They disappear. Poof. And in the darkness, as y'all are traveling through the web, ever so gently on the back of tips of your mind and all that, you hear this. Who's there? Is it more demons? What trouble comes this way?
No trouble.
Yeah, maybe a little trouble.
Just a little trouble.
I mean, but
In a good way.
Well, or in an inept sort of way.
In
Yeah, we're not trouble.
in that sort of way. Okay.
But certainly not intentional against you.
There are demons rising from the dark. Are you a demon?
No.
Oh,
Are you here to
course not.
destroy me?
we don't know who you
I'm
are.
back.
We're certainly not here
Ruckus, You
to.
died.
It's to be expected.
You can't come back from the dead yet. You got to give us 5 minutes.
All right.
We're not here to fight fight those who don't want to fight us.
I know you're here to destroy me. That's all the demons are.
We're not demons.
We're
Do
not
not come any
demons.
farther. We do
But
not trust
we have to
you.
cross.
We
We have to
direct
cross the web.
way up. We'll be glad to go if you find
You
us a
come to
way
make
up.
me a slave to the demons. I will not have it. And it becomes kind of, you hear it kind of rise more in the back of your minds, and it's like ringing, church bells between your ears.
We were slaved. We don't want to enslave anybody.
And you begin to see just as coming up from the dark of the webs in front of you, this orb, this round type creature begins to rise up, and it looks at you. I will not be a slave to anyone of this realm. And this bloop, this creature with a big eye and some stalks comes rising out up above. And it's initiative time. Yay! The last encounter for this, the webs. Just get it out of the way. Everybody roll. I will not be your slaves. I will die here.
Are we not speaking undercommon here? We said we don't want to enslave you.
You lie.
I mean, what the shit,
The
man?
demons are in you. You get
That's
the,
what
you
she
get the
said.
insight. You keep
I'm about
hearing
to
this
put
more
a
and
demon
more.
in him.
Well, they're hearing it in the back of their minds, and the two of you kind of hear it. It becomes more and more the voice and the projection into your head. Like I said, louder and louder. And you definitely, with your insight, this is the voice. Once reasonable in the very beginning, now becomes more and more paranoid, and it's just it's almost like it's lip lashing itself internally, and you can tell that something's off. This thing's off kilter. This thing is tilted. All right. And we will have a combat. Banjo.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus action to.
Do we
use
have
cunning
a
action.
picture of that creature? This
Yes, you
spectator?
do.
Is it kind of like a beholder but without as many eyes?
Looks like it, huh? Yeah, it looks like one of those little beholder slave things.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Is that one of the new creatures?
Nope.
No, because it's not
Spectator's been
as.
around a while.
Yeah, all of the new creatures are really bright and shiny.
Purple.
All right.
A lot of
Yeah,
purple.
a lot of purple.
Was I able to hide from it?
No.
Okay, well I'll take a shot at it with my.
Yeah, well, hiding is when if you it becomes more if you're in plain sight and already seen. Hiding really doesn't get to an effect. You had to have had ability, him not seeing you and stuff like that. So
I can't like hide amongst like the webs or and like get a shot off or like get behind some of the rest of the.
He knew the group was coming.
Okay. I will shoot my bow at him.
You hear in the
Somebody
back of
gave
your
us
mind,
away.
I see all.
I definitely aim for one of his eyes.
Overgrown
Oh yeah.
slug.
He doesn't say anything after that,
Blech.
other than "ow."
And I will move to next to Thandrick for now.
Here, I'll lock this all down. All right. Blah. He floats over here, just kind of off the way of the webs, looking at you since you hit him, and he goes, "Never!" And he blasts an eye blast at you.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
I mean,
Oh,
after
no.
we,
Oh,
I thought it was
had a
I thought it
druid
was an
here.
attack. Oh, that
oh
sucked.
no, Banjo's frozen. You're paralyzed, Banjo. And let me see. At the end of your turn, you may make the saving throw again. All right,
Alright.
Vadris. Try to hide from me, you flea-ridden beast.
We need a whip. We need a thorn whip. If only.
I got
Yes.
one of those.
Yes, we do. As long as it's blue, it'll work.
What's up, Amai? Good to see ya. The guys were impressed that you're joining them on the games on Tuesday nights. The Deadbeats
Yes,
were
we were.
impressed. Though you may not last long, but it sounded like fun.
Yeah, we heard Tuesdays was a total wipe.
It could be. Could be a foreshadow.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to pull him.
Pull him where?
10 feet closer to me.
There you go. Is that all you got? Alright. I'm just letting Dirtless.
Okay, Dirtless is going to kind of roll up behind Ruckus here. And he's going to like take cover and shelter. And he's going to use Witch Bolt.
No, you're not.
And that didn't work, so he's got 5 more feet of movement. He's going to move back.
Hondo. Bazamek.
Okay, so let's see here.
Gonna do, Baz.
Banjo is paralyzed?
Yes, he is. You don't know
Alright.
that, but he is.
You just kind of hear me grunting like.
Well,
The drawing.
do you want a perception check then to see if he's paralyzed, or what do you want?
Well, what do you ask? You're asking me if you're trying to determine if you know he's been paralyzed by the blast, the ray that just hit him.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's kind of my thing is I'm supposed to be like, you know, the
Knowledgeable
who-
and stuff.
Good.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, I have abilities that handle that stuff. So if I saw him get hit with something,
you can roll me a
what
perception
kind of
check.
roll? Okay.
The Hondo perception check. Oh, look at him coming out with the
Bam.
big dice. What do you want to know?
Everything.
Has he been affected by?
Yeah, you seem to think Hondo that the bugbear has something wrong with him. Yes.
Okay. So I want to move in right behind him.
Give him a wedgie.
Yeah. And I will give him a dwarven love tap
Ooh.
for lesser restoration.
Ooh. Ooh.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah. And then let me do a quick check of health here.
Damn it.
I was looking forward to the wedge, though.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Amai.
it's up to interpretation.
I keep forgetting to turn the damn thing off.
And I'll pass because everyone looks sufficient for now.
Ruckus. Oh. Oh, there it is.
That's a rare miss.
Wobble.
Wobble is going to
Excuse me. Damn, ate too much.
Wobble's going to move and try and get me a better line of sight.
All right, we're letting the NPCs pass. Thandrick.
All right, he's gonna come up here. And he will swing with his longsword +1.
Hit.
I like that. That was interesting.
Are we not able to grab it?
It shoots off and then falls down into the depths of the Underdark.
Oh.
Like a whistle, like
A flattened balloon.
Now maybe there'd be some wands in those eyes for dirt.
No. No. All right. Well, let's just move. Oh, look at this. Isn't this nice? Yay!
Hey, I didn't get my advantage. Dang it.
You gotta use it or lose it.
No, I don't lose it. The night's not over yet.
So are we done? Are we off the web here or what?
Well, yeah. Look ahead. Yeah, you guys can move. You move. You are out of combat. So, boop, and off in the distance, you see the other rocky ledge, which seems to be the end of the silken paths you have crossed over in what would take 2 more days and 2 seconds. What now? Magical item dirtless. What?
Yeah.
Nice.
sweet.
That's big time, baby.
Need it. Man, I got
Yeah, we do.
I haven't got anything in like years.
He hasn't got, since the Wave Echo Caves.
That's true.
Well, y'all had a bunch, but it's gone now.
Yeah, magic users usually.
No.
magic
I
users-
didn't. I got a few scrolls that I've like put in my shorts, but nothing other than that.
Scrolls
Roll
you
it.
put
Let's
in
see
your
what you get.
shorts.
Yeah, so nobody would steal them.
Yeah. No, he lives up north, man. They get crazy up there.
Cold.
All right.
They stuff all kinds of stuff in their pants.
You
Weasels. Weasels.
You got 2 tables to choose from. You either get table C or table D. So you need to roll me a dice and tell me which one is odd and which one is even from table. All right.
Odd.
Odd for which one? For which table? C or D?
C.
All right, roll me a dice. Odd is C.
Like any
Yeah, it doesn't
any
matter.
dice
Yeah,
I
just the
choose,
dice, so that yeah.
Yeah.
So that's table.
Nailed it.
Table C. Well, you wanted table D. That's a better table. That's okay.
But you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So-
That's bullshit. He didn't have enough information.
Yeah.
I did say that. You were flapping. All right, so roll me a percentile die.
I assume you want high. Roll high.
Something like that. No, percentile die.
All right, how
Yeah.
do I know how
That's
to.
62%.
I thought that
Yeah,
was
that's
62.
Right mouse click on the D10 and check the percentile.
Oh, there it is. I knew it was.
Oh, so now Ruckus gets another critical hit. Okay, what the hell is going on?
I'm right in the middle.
All right, 58. All right, here you go. You got a potion. Potion of lotion. And it is in
Weasel's gonna use it.
your party. It is in your inventory now.
My inventory.
TMI. I put it in your inventory.
Thank you.
So Durla's got and Ruckus got another critical hit. Okay. So that being said, getting that done.
By the way, I have that potion in my hip pouch now.
Well, you
The
do
potion of lotion.
Yeah.
something like that.
Better watch out for Bupido, man.
I'm letting Wobble the Weasel swim around in the potion of lotion.
Oh, man, that's funny. Okay.
Potion of lotion. Just call that.
And this is why Duff is ending Thursday night D&D.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm setting up. Okay. All right. Well, y'all hop off the. You have successfully navigated the silken paths, and you have found yourself now in. You are close, and you see before you as you come down off of some ledges and moving away. The water line of the Dark Lake is before you, and let me bring up the map. I mean, you're used to this as you kind of see, you come down and you begin to see, you know, the shoreline, and there's just water just stretches for on and on and on. And you know mostly that it's a single subterranean body of water, but it's really a network of lots of underground rivers, natural tunnels, and canals that connect innumerable water-filled caverns and chambers. And it stretches, it's a very large body of underground water. And it also with ceilings that stretch for miles high in some places. And some of the depths in the water are beyond, comprehension of how deep some of this water is. And y'all kind of understand that and remember from those classes that you barely paid attention to. However, let me bring up the map so we can kind of show y'all where you're at. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's maps. Well, that doesn't work. All right. All right. And y'all find yourselves just kind of about here. After having come out of Slubadop, making your way around, getting lost in that underground ooze temple, getting above out of that, then finding the silken paths, taking them across, and now you're at the Dark Lake, knowing that you've got a choice to make. It's going to take some time to either begin a trip due southwest across the lake, which you're being told is where Gracklestug is at, Gracklestug, which several of the characters are wanting to make haste, because you know that Blending Stone, which is another town, is this way. However, the problem is that not too far off from that is Menzoberranzan that way, and you were hesitant to travel that way because of its the proximity and the drove that are looking for you, and if you were caught, then it's just a short hot skip and jump away, and your lives would pretty much be over then. If you were caught and taken to Menzoberranzan, you wouldn't be.
I know this is kind of like a crazy idea, but what if we went that way because maybe they wouldn't expect us to go that way?
Yeah.
But you'll run into more and more numerous drow patrols and groupings and all that, because you're getting closer and closer to. The question is, are you even risking meeting any drow? And large contingents of them. Yeah, that was.
How many of them did we
parties.
just kick their asses?
Yeah, 4. You want to take on 20 or 30 full war parties?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't.
You stop drinking there, Hondo.
I say we make it to Valken Delver's soul.
Well, Velkenvel's
That's where we came from.
Camp. That's where y'all came from.
Oh, then let's not go back there.
Yeah, you don't want to go back there. You believe that Gracklestug is to the southwest, is where you're wanting to head. It's going to take a couple of days, more trips. And Fargus believes that, he says that not too far from here, if he's looking around, he thinks that they can find the boats that the group used to get this far before things went south on him. And he says he doesn't want to leave, and he's talking to Thandrick, and Thandrick's kind of like giving up on it. But Vargas keeps talking about this lost tomb of Calm, and one of the reasons that he was down here, and Thandrick just kind of shakes his head that, you know, we've searched for it enough, but Vargas won't let it go, is that there is there was a half elf sorceress, Brissus of Calm, who there's a tomb down here, and of her tomb, and there some, you know, there quite possibly should be some great riches in the tomb, and that's what they were searching for when all this went south. And we continue.
You had me at riches.
Yeah, or your other NPCs, your bigger party of NPCs, your regular group is saying, let's get to Grackle Slug. That, you know, if they haven't found the tomb now, well, it'll still be there when they come back to look for it later.
I say we go north.
Which way does Eldith want to go?
Grackle Slug. Most of them want to go Grackle Slug. Finding ways to get the hell out of here. Grackle Slug is it's a Durgar city, but it's also one of the major bastions of civilization in the Underdark. It has many active trade routes that go through it. It is a considerably high chance to be able to possibly find a way to get the hell out of here. And the Drow, you know, will be less hesitant. They will keep their distance because they don't want an all-out war with the Durgar. But you are going to be facing the Durgar and dealing with them and their paranoias and their untrusting of, you know, a group of strangers that, you know, that consist of this ragtag mob. But it's better than anything else, you know. It's going to be better than Slubadop, you think, unless the Demogorgon
back where the Demogorgon is.
Let's head there.
Well, wait, now, out of character, the Durgar, aren't they at war with, like, just the regular old dwarves?
Durgar, well, they don't care for other dwarves and all that, but you understand that Gracklestug is, you know, is a kind of a place where it's other races are somewhat tolerated, you know, because of the trade routes that run through here. And as well,
but they're not openly hostile to 4 members of our party.
You don't know. You're not quite certain. Anything could happen, and the way things are taking place down here with all the forays and the unlikely alliances that have cropped up and things that have happened, and you've seen a Demogorgon now. It's made its appearance. You have, you know, all bets are off in understanding what the hell's going on down here.
Okay. Well, I'll go with the group, and I will be right back.
So, what's the rest of the group want to do?
We're gonna follow. We're gonna go to
Grackle Stug, right?
Yeah.
Grackle. All right.
And if we see a drow, we're gonna kill him and ask questions later.
Yes.
Because I have
tough words. All right. So let's see. I don't want to go there. Y'all begin to make your way. Yeah, and Bupito wants to go to Gracklestug. He thinks it's important to go there. So.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, he begins to talk about it. He knows that the Durgar have no love for the Drow. and they have some draconian laws that will keep all foreigners in check. But it should, and by doing that, it should provide some simple forms of relief from the pursuit and all that.
Okay.
And and because, like I said, because of the trade that's going on, the surface dwelling races and all that get to come through here, it's not going to be too big of a surprise for y'all, but it's still going to have to keep the party's still going to have to keep on their toes. So, and y'all begin in the boats. Okay. So normally this would take a week.
Or two.
Well, we're not going to do that now, are we? Or are we? So the Dark Lake, let me bring this up. So we need some random encounters into the Dark Lake.
Not really.
We just have to have them.
We're good without them.
That would not be fun.
Experience it.
Wobble the Weasel said no.
And there's going to be 3 boats. Question is, let's put up.
If it gets us to level 7, heck yeah.
What's the best way to get there? That's right. Let's see if I have any lakes or.
Is there a map like that's not on my map?
No, that's okay. The thing. Like I said, this we're playing it out. It's going to be holy moly!
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't.
No, we will travel on the Dark Lake later. We will get over to the Grackle Stug here, and begin to give y'all's way. Y'all make it across. And as y'all kind of make your way over the lake and get closer and closer to what you believe is the area of the city, you find yourself approaching the outskirts. What you see is the dock side of this formidable city. Let's see. Going to Gracklestug. The Dark Lake District. Alright, let's bring up a map of Gracklestug.
So we didn't get any encounters on the way?
Not at the moment. I figured we had enough encounters. Let's get into some of the storyline. We're way behind on that.
Alright, that's cool.
Here we go. Alright.
A little rare Deadbeats RP about to happen.
Something like that. Alright.
All right, dust off your Scottish accents, boys.
All right. The group makes its way along what you're seeing is, and I'm just going to put is there no, there's no grid on this either. Let me see. Do we have a 1,600 feet? So, wow, it's got to be a small grid.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Go smaller.
It is. So let me. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
So, are you putting the grid on because you're expecting there's combat about to happen in here, or is that just for us moving around?
Yeah.
Can we just use?
Actually,
can we just use one token?
Yeah, we're not going to do the grid because it's going to be just horrible.
Yeah, let's use one token until something happens. Like, can we just move Bob and have Bob be in charge until we decide?
We're going to move the Weasel.
Okay, Weasel. Yeah. Wobble. Wobble's going to be in charge until something happens.
There you go. So y'all come up on the outskirts of Gracklestug, and the members that kind of talked to you about coming from pulling up off, not directly into the lake. There seems to be, what you'll see is, let me draw this. Okay, come here.
By the way, I don't have any weapons or wands drawn.
And there is what is apparently, you're kind of seeing what y'all kind of noticed from coming closer and closer to the town, and from the lights that shine from out of the area. That it's fairly dim, but there still are a few areas, and there was a little jetty that kind of sparred out where some docks were there, and looks to be like maybe what you could maybe say like a lighthouse, kind of a broken, it was like a stalagmite that kind of shined up. There was lights on it, but there seemed to be some activity going on around to that area, and Topsy and Turvy and them all kind of look, and they point that out, and they'll go, that's the they yell out, and that's the it is the Shattered Spire Tavern, and it's a just a simple place where they have done some work before and gotten in some trouble, and they don't want to talk about it, but they go, that's they have some good Underdark drinks there at the Shattered Spire, and they don't kind of reveal much else about Gracklestug. But he says, if we're going to, they kind of say, let's probably the best bet is to travel along the, just keep our, faces down, kind of, don't make eye contact with a lot of the people that, make their homes here. You will see as y'all are pulling in and kind of dock the boats in this corner area that there is lots of activity definitely going on in this town, and y'all kind of dock fairly quietly, put them in, kind of hide the boats kind of up under, and keep them out of sight, and he lets you know that you're going to see all sorts of subterranean creatures and denizens, and then there'll also be plenty of overdark is what he calls them, those that live above. And he says the best thing, if we're going to make position to kind of keep our head down low, is if we see any routine patrols of the dwarves, we'll just let some of us do the talking. And he definitely looks at y'all three dwarves, and he says, just kind of keep yourself in the back a little bit, and don't rock the boat. And he looks at Ruckus, and he goes, that especially means you.
Rock the boat. Got it.
Oh my, that's funny.
Capsize that.
Yeah, I just take my thumb and I run it along the edge of my sword and just be like, yep, we're good.
I thought it was going to steam off of your buttock.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. Y'all begin to move y'all's way down. Which way are we headed? You're going to head along the docks, or do you want to head on into some of the cavern areas?
Dock?
Oh, we're just moving one token right now.
We're only moving Wobble.
It's going to be the Wobble, just so y'all don't have to track this, because there's no. I'm gonna keep the grid off just so it doesn't clutter up the map. So, and what the hell?
I say.
Yeah, and he sees it kind of continues on, and you hear some yelling from the southern tunnel area as you move to that intersection. To the south east tunnel.
Can I make a perception check to see if I hear, see, smell anything?
Oh, you smell everything. You smell life. You smell the water. You smell, filth, rot. All those lovely
People?
smells and sounds that would normally be associated with a above ground town. You're hearing them and smelling them here too. And that's the question you're looking for, unless you're listening or want to, detect something specific, which would be.
No, I'm just trying to find like the fastest way to like town, like town
Well, straight
proper.
ahead. Straight ahead. It just Bapito, and then we're talking about the best way to come at this would be straight on, so we can kind of get a bearing. And when y'all begin to move closer in, you come across a little crowd of Durgar and other types of folk, and there's 2 guards that are in the center of this little area, and they're beating a merchant, Durgar merchant. And you can kind of disseminate that they're shouting accusations of heresy and all that. And you just, no one's really seen y'all because everybody's kind of got their backs turned and looking inward into the circle area as this beating's taking place. People look concerned and surprised, but nobody's moving in to stop it.
So are we around? There's other people milling about watching this. You
They're
say
watching it. But
so. If there's someone's nearby, can I just say, hey, what's happening here?
Apparently one of the guards noticed that a golden pin the merchant was wearing inside his collar, and that's just frowned upon in the Durgar society. But their response is just unnatural. Just something's just not right lately around in the city and in this area of the Underdark. Something strange is afoot. This is just wrong. And he just he looks at it, and the 2 guards just finish pummeling this merchant, and they just kind of kick him a little bit, and turn their backs, and they head back. They head this way. And when y'all get around, you're looking, you see that it is actually some locked gates. Looks to be an exit out of the city. But no one stops to look at the merchant. No one picks him up. They just kind of step around him and all. And the Durgar merchant, and it's, like I said, it's another Durgar, is clearly been beaten pretty severely and is passed out.
So they just left him there? Everybody's like ignoring him now?
Mm-hmm. And y'all see off to this way, there's more parts of the city and some more, looks like some walls that are section off part of the town, and more people are, milling about. You see a few guards definitely making their way about. You see a couple of drow milling in and out, just kind of looking around. All in this next area to your southeast.
I'd like to do a medicine check on the beaten merchant.
He's been beaten.
Well, I want to check him over for.
Man, Hondo, you're really good
wound.
at that.
Yeah.
Where did you train at?
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, so I give him the once over to see if he's just been beaten down and he can just get up and brush it off, or is he severely injured?
He is severely injured.
All right, so I'm gonna help him out with a cure wounds.
That's fine. You don't have to cast it and all that. You just kind of cast it on him, and you can see that it takes effect, and his eyes kind of flicker up a little bit, and then it's kind of a quick taken aback when he kind of focuses on you, and then he notices that it's a dwarf looking at him, and he goes, gotta die, and I'm gonna go to hell to be beating my poor dwarfs. What did I do wrong in this world?
You looked at me.
So I'll try to just be a little bit calming, and I'll be like, "Hey, you know, what just went down here? What was that about?"
He goes. He has kind of incoherent still. You've healed him some, but he pulls back his hand and he has this, he basically has just a simple golden pin, a little brooch pin that he can tell has been ripped off from the collar of his jacket and all that, his overcoat, only what he's wearing, and he there was a time and a place where this wouldn't have. He tells you there's a time and a place this wouldn't have mattered, but of late, any adornments like that has set off more than just the guards. The city is not right and has not been right for some time. Beware where you go, because what may look safe is not, and what may look dark is to be ignored.
What does that gold thing symbol mean? Why are you wearing it?
It's just a brooch. It's just he goes dormant for dormant's sake. They just frown upon, that which is, a vain. It's just been something new that has happened of late in the city here.
Banjo kind of goes up to the guy and kind of like pats him on the back, and I was like, in the arena I saw lots of guys get beaten to a pulp. You'll be all right, buddy.
Can we ask him? We'll say, hey, listen, we've been out in the for quite some time. Is there a safe place where we can get a room and a meal and rest from our travels?
He will tell you, and the group will tell you that the best place to probably start, or best we can do, is to make our way as quickly as possible over to the spire, the shattered spire. They kind of know that, and both Topsy and Turvy, Bepito, Jim Jar, those three will tell you that's the best bet if we're going to get somewhere and use as a point of operations to, kind of take an assessment of the city and determining what's been happening here. Let's get there and then can go up from there. But the merchant and all that, he looks at you, as though says, I don't, frequent those establishments, even though you can clearly see that he's, not telling the truth. But he would never go to an establishment where other creatures in overland creatures would go to. He even with you helping him, you could say that he frowns upon that, or that you even had to help him. And he gives a very gruff, barely even if you would consider it a thank you.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, salsa. You're killing me, cat. Okay. So, y'all make y'all's way along, and you are seeing basically what you're walking through is a good bit of town that looks like this. You see a good bit of wall that kind of surrounds lots of stone structures like this, and there are thousands of Duergar living in here. You've seen some Darrows, you've seen a few stone giants already, you've seen all sorts of other creatures from up above and below as slaves. It's a definitely amalgamation of all types of creatures here.
Varys should fit in.
That's true.
Well, let's get to that tavern, yeah?
Yeah, I want to look for a library on the way there.
Well, you have a set of doors that are closed here, and you see kind of up above, along the top walk area, a couple of Durgar guards, scouts, kind of looking down at you, and they kind of notice who you are, and they don't open the gates, but you notice to the north, which is kind of really some steps kind of make their way back up, and you kind of see what you think is more of shops, buildings and all, but you can see the lake up ahead.
I'm gonna
Or
curse
you
at him,
see
and
stuff going to the south.
I think we should curse at him in parcel tongue and head to the north.
They're gonna think they're being attacked by Yan T.
No, I'm saving the Yanti for later. This is just pure snake. So I say we go north, and we don't provoke anybody right now.
I'll follow the smart guy.
Okay, I'll begin to move along still, and
But I still curse at him in parcel tongue.
still do.
Because if he knows how to speak snake, we're in trouble.
Maybe he just isn't fluent and he just takes it as a compliment.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, I like your shoes as well."
Yeah, I'll begin to move along still, and you see it kind of more of the dark lake, and then the walkway and the pathway begins to move south.
Well,
You-
we're
you can
walking.
tell- you can tell that this way you're going is going to be the way to get over to the spire.
As we're walking, I want to look for any building that's like maybe a temple.
You haven't
Or,
seen anything yet.
Okay, anything like that that represents a deity of some type.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
These basically
keep
look like
walking.
homes and some shops
Okay.
and waterfront properties and fishing.
Any blacksmiths?
Not where you're at. Nope. You
So
know
what
that
we do
you
keep
know
our
from
eye
coming
out.
in that's this. You didn't see much activity, and this is why it was picked by Bepito. Was this side, but farther over to the west, there was a lot more docks, a lot more activity, a lot more things were happening on that shoreline. And from the what you see, the lights, you see buildings become their ones that are getting bigger. There seems to be more activity, and they point over to it, and that's Bepito and them tell you that's the Dark Lake docks over there, and that's the Dark Lake district as is known, and lots of things good and bad can happen over there to a party like us. And so they say, let's get to the spire. That's your
Are we
hint.
passing
Get the
any
spire.
general merchants?
Not really in this area yet. This looks like more of town. There are just some simple merchants, baked goods, nothing of adventuring gears or things like that. No, on this side, this is more of the dwellings, common folk, people, stuff like that.
So no arrows.
Not in this area, not where you're at, nothing like that at all.
All right. As soon as we can buy arrows, we're gonna buy Eldith like 60 arrows.
Yep, agreed.
So you feel that you'll be up there. Those places are here. You're just not near them yet from the direction
All right.
y'all came in. Okay.
So
And
just a standing.
Mm-hmm. And you see more and some stairs that looks like go back into some more of the district, and there seems to be more buildings. And then you have the shattered spire, which is your peninsula lighthouse area right there.
And that's
Are-
where we're going.
Are Yuck Yuck and Spiderbait still with us?
No, they're gone. They stayed with here, and they stay with the
Can we ask them to
Webs.
go back and find the gelatinous cube and find him a safe way across? And If they
Yeah.
bring them back, we'll compensate them.
Sure. Then
Yeah.
Off they go.
All right.
Well, they never came over here, but they said, we'll find them. How can you miss a gelatinous cube? Not knowing really what the hell they're talking about.
And we'll compensate them if they bring them back to us. One piece or a cube.
Yeah, I agree. So that's.
I think we should once we're sure that there's nothing funny going around the spiral, we should head towards it.
Yeah, let's go eat.
All right, so we head there.
Okay. Yeah, Wobble, where are you going?
I'm not moving him. I don't know who just moved him that way. I didn't know we were going
This
there.
is the what? Okay, the weasel.
We want to be we want to be in that little place that's totally vulnerable to the Demigorgon.
Yeah, right up north.
Yeah, right.
Shattered Spire is where my box is at. Whoever the hell is moving the damn weasel.
We all want to go to Duff's Box.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we do a double check for the
What's in the
Demigorgon.
box?
Yeah.
But we should stop.
There's
We should stop if stop
ahead.
right there. Don't go any closer. And that's I'm gonna stop everybody. Hey, you guys, I have this hat on me. I haven't tried it yet, but I know what it does. If you put this hat on, it'll cast a disguise spell on you, so nobody who can tell you where you are. Do
On
we?
everybody?
No, just one person. Do we want to put this on one of us and go investigate the area?
Yeah, can it make us look like a Dwargar?
It'll make it look like anything that a disguise self spell would cast.
Well, wait. We do travel with the Master of Disguise.
No, but he always turns blue. We don't need anyone blue.
I'm just saying that for a year now we've been traveling with the Master of Disguise, and it
If we
turns
were
out
at the blue lake, we'd be set.
that I say put the hat on Ruckus, turn him into a Durgar, and send him in.
No, Ruckus, I'm willing to sell you this hat.
For the low, low price of your soul.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, so if you think
Yeah,
that's
somebody who
something
has
we
a
wanna
better
do,
deception skill.
That actually happened in my game on Tuesday. Someone bought an NPC soul.
Oh,
Holy crap.
I have absolutely no deception. That's why I was offering
Alright.
it.
While y'all are making
I'll check
your
my
way along,
deception.
y'all come into the center area here, and you hear what you're basically hearing is the rhythmic hammering of the city's forge. Is there, you know that there's some ruckus there. These are black dwarves, but there's you can hear throughout that they work a lot of the forges and metalling. And there's thunderous roars from crumbling rock, and then you hear this boom boom and this is just roar comes from the dock area here, and you look up and you see that there's this what could basically be a two-headed gray-skinned giant just kind of burst out of the water area and sees the group of y'all and just bellows, and he just he rushes, and there's a couple of Durgar soldiers that were kind of standing here. They were coming out of the Shattered Spire, and this two-headed monster just crushes one of them with this he swings, and it just connects with it, and he instantly hits him, and he flies out and over and lands in the water on the other side here. And this creature just sees y'all and just charges coming up right at y'all. And you're welcome. Let's have some fun.
I put the hat back in my backpack. It is not attuned to anybody now.
So do we have time to like shout at it and be like, "Hey, what the shit, man"?
No, you did not. Y'all were
Okay.
flopping around, and you got hit. This thing came up, and people backing up, and this thing is frothing at the mouth, and everybody can roll me initiative.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at dirt. Now it's on. Bam.
Oh, and wobble
And
the
I don't
weasel
have
goes.
y'all's tokens over here. We're just
Yeah, that's
actually,
fine.
I'll bring over.
I'm pretty sure we're only going to target one.
Yeah, but who's he going to target? So we'll be. I'll bring y'all in, at least the main folks here as he charges.
I mean, a lot of us get to go first, though, right?
Whoever, yeah, it's going to once everybody's rolled. Yeah, the NPCs will step back. Oh, you guys got this. Good job, Banjo. And this creature is a
Giant. Yeah.
yep. Yeah, you basically see. First, you thought it would have been oh, you're not that big, Ruckus. Now, calm down there, buddy. Maybe your head, but not your body. You first thought it was an Etten for a brief moment, if you know what that is, because it had two heads. But then, as it got closer to you, it definitely is not Etten, because one head is the true giants, but this other one that's on there is this horribly disfigured head that's just kind of flopping, and it looks around and it whispers. You kind of talking. It's talking to the other to the real giant's head. You can't hear what it's saying, but it's it's really strange.
Am I able to hide and get a shot off at it without it seeing me?
You just love doing that, don't you?
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Get behind a building.
What the hell? I don't need. Why am I getting an update? What the hell? Roll me a. It came up out on. It actually surprised y'all, but give me a stealth check at disadvantage. That was a 19. And it's
Holy crap.
check.
At disadvantage.
Oh, look at that. Just barely got hidden, Banjo.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a shot with my bow at this giant. I'm gonna aim for the normal looking head. Damn it. I will action surge and take another shot.
Okay.
Noise.
Alright, then bonus action will be my tunnel fighting.
Guess.
Fargus. Topsy. Who's next? Start.
Alright. Hey, this guy kind of scared the shit out of me. So I'm gonna just launch like one of the most powerful spells I have. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt. Doesn't look like anybody's in my way. Even though Weasel's targeted. Okay. Lightning bolt. Fails it, so he takes all the damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good.
And because I'm kind of nervous, I'm gonna step back.
Yeah,
5 foot square. Yeah. Then I'm gonna stick my tongue at him, and that's my turn.
Virus.
Oh, damn it. I missed my critical.
No, but yeah, Free wants to play. Wow, he wants to make things oh so much difficult for them next Tuesday night. Wow. Free has called his shot.
Well, he did give me a critical earlier.
Yeah, he just gave me a fumble though.
That's even.
Varys is going to cast Conjure Animal. into
Alligator.
Giant Constrictor Snake.
He would never conjure. Unless it was blue.
1 second. A giant constrictor. He can charm it, right? He can, is that this one? He can only do one, isn't it?
Yeah, one level 2 or challenge level 2.
See you, Free. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, there's the snake.
Thanks, Frey.
Thanks, Free.
It attacks Dirtless.
But
Gobbles him up in one bite.
I've got a weasel.
That's not what they're calling it, a weasel. All right, what else?
That's it. He's going to end. I don't have access to the character tablet for Giant Constrictor Snakes.
Click on the token.
Oh, there we go. Double click on it.
Yep. Sorry, yeah.
All right, I'm going to pass.
Now you can do the snake. Okay. He missed. Little
Yeah,
ruckus.
Yeah, none, huh?
All right, I am. Let's see. Can I get behind him, or is he? Or I want to get advantage because was fighting that constrictor snake last. Is that something I can do, or
Say
looking at me?
that again now.
I want to get into combat advantage on the giant because he just like ducked a snake attack.
Yeah, but he hasn't attacked anybody yet. So it's until he pops somebody. He's basically y'all are all hitting them. So he's you don't really have an advantage on him until he's not facing any. You know what I'm saying? So it hasn't been his turn yet.
Accident.
Yeah. I'm really just kind of playing this by mind. So maneuvering. You don't need advantage anyway. You got a critical hit. You forgot, didn't you?
I did.
Hondo.
So I have a critical hit as well. So how do I roll that?
Well, you first go open up the critical hit table and roll for the effect to see if anything happens extra.
All right. So guide me through that, please, because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's fine. Open up the table. Go down to the library. Open up critical hits and fumbles.
All right. So 1 second.
There you go. Well, who did that?
That was me. I didn't do it on mine.
That's a
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool crit.
It would have been nice. You ruined that one. So you open up the table and then you open up critical hit.
Wait. So I opened up the library, and then what am I looking?
Critical hits and fumbles. 5e 200.
You might have to open it up in your.
The updates and all that may have shut the book out. You may need to go into your modules and open up the critical hit and fumble.
Look for Rob 2E, the purple background with the sword.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's all right. It's gonna be a second. Unless you just want to roll it, Duff.
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Come on. 3 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now I need a here we go. I'm gonna roll you your effect. What happens? We'll let that. Everything's just magic moves everybody around, but we're in the theater for mine, so kind of a disappointment. Now you're gonna do your critical. You're gonna do your critical damage. So you're gonna go up to modifiers in the upper right hand corner. You're gonna click on the plus minus sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit the critical button, so it's lit up.
Yep.
Now do your damage.
So that I was just going to attack with the might.
That's fine. Yep. Whichever one. Yeah. See there, and there you go.
And but as I attack him, I want to. Because I speak giant. I want to say, hey, you startled us. We're attacking you, but we don't want to kill you. So if you stand down, we can talk. And then I will pass my turn.
He is definitely under some effect. He doesn't respond to anything, especially this head that's, and he keeps looking at the head that's next to him, and he just breaks up his hands, and I believe Ruckus did the most damage to him. Would that be correct? Yeah. He will, he's not carrying any weapons. He's just, he reaches down and he just basically just swings at Ruckus. And what was that? A miss, and he rears back another attack. And he wallops you.
Ish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he tickling Ruckus?
He just seems to be out of control.
Yeah, I think he's flirting with me.
Yeah, he is.
He's flirting with you.
He's all going, coochie coochie coo.
So what's Thandrick doing?
I don't know.
Thandrick. Yeah, come on, Thandrick. And everybody remembers who's running Thandrick.
I'm gonna attack with the war pick this time, though. He'll action surge and attack twice again. With the sword this time.
Okay.
Thandrick's on fire.
And as y'all are doing that, you hear coming out of the bar area. Where is it at? Where is he? Another giant.
Holy shit.
Out of the deal. And he's yelling, he's pointing and he's yelling at the other giant, yelling, Ryud, what are you doing? Stop this madness. And he goes, he yells out to you, don't hurt him, just knock him out. Something is wrong. He doesn't mean it. I don't know the abomination that grows upon him. It is not his fault. and the other giant is not. He's just basically he's looking kind of helpless.
So if I can, I will interpret and relay that to the group.
Something is wrong with him.
Yeah, he's dying.
So, because I speak giant, so I'll convey to the group that we should try to knock him out if we can.
Banjo.
I would like.
All right, I will try to knock him out with my daggers. And I'll go into tunnel fighting.
Dirt.
All right. Is there any way I could cast sleep so it hits only the rampaging stone giant and maybe like Hondo because I can morph it around Hondo?
If you have targeting abilities, if not, it's just a narrative effect spell, and so you could.
He does have targeting.
If you're
Well,
able
it's
to weave
me.
this, if you're able to weave the spell properly, then yes. So
I don't know if I don't know if I have evocation, so yeah, I can easily target around Hondo and two other people.
Yeah, you can sculpt spells.
Yep, I can do that around 3 people, so I should be able to hit him without anybody else.
So you gotta roll how many d8s?
I have to. That would be 5d8.
All of the D8s.
So
Try that.
You gotta roll those to see if you haven't.
I have him making sure I only have him targeted.
What's up, Retro? Not bad.
Oh dang it! I didn't roll it.
Slow game
5d8.
here. Well, you can't put him unconscious yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't roll it. I know. I'm rolling is coming next. That should be 5d8 right there. 19.
He does not look to be affected by the spell.
All right, then I'm gonna move back behind.
Good to hear the movie. I heard plenty of good reviews
All right.
about the movie. It's good to hear. I'd like to go see it myself.
What's that, Jumanji?
No, he's talking about Black Panther. Just said someone just Jumanji. Hey, man.
My kids want me to take them.
I want to go see Jumanji.
I do too.
The first one was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
No, I mean, it's just so obvious that they're talking about Black Panther, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Let's see. I'm going to Thorn Whip.
Don't bring him closer. I'd like for the other giant to know that I cast sleep on his friend, but it didn't work.
Yep. You can tell that. Yeah, it was gonna once you cast it on, see it, you got the feeling that it was a poor choice of spells to try to use on the giant.
As long as his friend knows I was trying to help him, we're good.
Well, he should have heard me translate. So
Snake.
And I would have yelled sleep 1,000 times. Sleep, sleep.
Hondo.
all right. So just in case there's any doubt, I'll shout out to the second giant that we're trying to bring him down without hurting him.
Yeah, we're trying to subdue him to death.
Yeah. So how does that work with melee? Do I have to make contact, but then it's not like a non?
Yeah, you just have to use melee attack.
Yeah, you still use your attack, but just when he dies, we're just saying you're doing non-lethal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So non-lethal if it happens.
Boom.
Hey, there it is.
Hondo, giant slayer, giant incapacitator.
Yeah,
Yep.
And then
incapacitated.
the incapacitator.
So yeah, so what you have seen now is that the giant collapses, and the some Durgar guards and all that run up, and they were all they rushed in to help, but then they saw this all going and saw you all there, and everybody just kind of backed up again to watch this fight, and they kind of begin to shackle the guard and the giant, and the the one that came out and yelling for it, he comes out and he introduces himself as Dorhun, and he thanks you for subduing his friend, and he goes, his name is Rehud, and we are apprentices of the Stone Speakers, and I lost track of him at the as we were working. He was apparently communing with the stone in Cairngorm Cavern when he went mad, and this second head sprouted up out of his body, and Ryud just stormed off. And I mean, it was chasing him, and I thank you for him. I got to figure out what was wrong with him, and he tells you that visit the Cairngorm Cavern before you leave the city.
Cairngorm?
Yeah, Cairngorm. Cairn, Cairngorm Cavern, before you leave. And he will inform the guards that guarded. He will inform them that if they see a party like yourselves, to let you in to come find him.
Can we cut the second head off of the giant we just killed? Is it still there?
Well, yeah, but the Durgard patrol have got him shackled up and are dragging him off with Dorhun and all that.
Can we tell him to wait? We need to cut this evil second head off of him. Oh, we'll kill him if we do that?
Yeah.
Well, can we inspect him to find out? I mean,
the Durgard don't let you. They basically drag him off, and you begin to notice that there's several more guards looking at you, and the Pepito and some of your NPCs saying we're sticking out more than we should. Let's get in to the spire and get out of sight. This is too much activity for us to be around. Someone's going to grow suspicious or concerned about who we are if this continues on. We've already, been involved with too much that shouldn't be planned. They're basically letting you know that this too much activity, and we're sticking out for one group of as large as we are.
Well, can we wink at the giant number 2 as we walk towards the tower?
Well, I can just tell him.
Hey, buddy, we got it.
I'll say, okay, so we will visit you at the Cairngorm Cavern. For now, we need to get off the street. And then I'll just say, we'll see you. We'll see you in a bit.
That would be wise. With everything that has been happening here in Gracklestug, this is just more and more is becoming unease around here, and people are on, everything is on edge, and evil is afoot. I'm sure of it. This proves it, along with my friend. He would never do this. We will take him back and, heal him of this affliction. And they all they go off. And,
okay.
And he does thank you. You can definitely see that he appreciates what you have done. And y'all make y'all's way into the tavern. And you can tell that this broken stalagmite kind of juts out. It's about 40 feet from shore there. And it's forming the foundation. This is tavern that's kind of built with fungi stalks. And it's kind of, reminds you of a simple log cabin, so to speak. And and y'all make y'all's way, there's kind of a bridge that you see that's kind of woven of kind of looks like some type of creature's wool, very stout looking though, and it looks like you go across the wool bridge to the tavern there, and Topsy and Turvy and Jim Jar, they all begin to make their way across it and enter into this establishment.
Is it a bar and a tavern, or inn?
Is it an inn? Yeah.
It doesn't look to be an inn.
All right.
When we're in the tavern, we'll ask where the nearest inn is. After we get in.
To the tavern.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep. So y'all get in, and So I gotta look at this damn map. In tavern inn. Is there anything around here? Overlay. Well, hell if I know where they're at.
Just give us like a 6x10 square, or a grid, and we'll work with it.
We'll do it theater of the mind again.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
just make sure it's heavy on the wenches.
Yeah.
We need some competition for
Burrito.
yeah, and Elba.
I think this is where we go our second.
I think this is where we part ways with Bopito.
Yeah, we say, hey, we found you a nice place to work. So long.
Now.
Maybe that's why Varys is running away.
Yeah.
So y'all make y'all's way into the spire, and you guys look around. You see plenty of Durgar in here. There's actually a fight kind of breaks out while y'all are sitting there kind of getting your bearings straight and watching, and there's two Durgar that you thought were you passed by them, and they seem to be in discussion about some business arrangement, but then they both fly into this just rage all of a sudden as y'all pass by them, as the last of you get by, and they begin this brawl, and y'all kind of back up a little bit. Once again, there's another fight, and some of the patrons, and you've got a couple of bouncer types and another couple of Durgar guards walk in, and they put a stop to it, and pull the two Durgar apart. And there was another one there with him, was part of the group, and he just was kind of looking at the both of them and goes, what is the meaning to this? You all have been best friends forever. What could set you off? And they're both yelling, he's trying to trick me. No, you are. And they were yelling back and forth. I know you were trying to. And, the friend is just shaking his head, and they kind of drag him out. But once again, you notice that one of the guards, as he was looking over the crowd, he spots the all kind of standing in the back, and he kind of gives an assessment, and he, you kind of see him then hightail with an extra chip in his step out the door. And everything kind of settles down, and y'all.
Can I follow him? Can we send the weasel wobble after him? See where he goes? What he does? Who he talks to?
Does Weasel want to go out in the dark, Grackle stuck by himself?
No, Weasel
I'll
does
go.
not. Weasel's afraid he'll be eaten.
Give Ruckus your hat.
Yeah, I can give you a hat.
Yeah, send Ruckus as a Dwarga.
He's got to get a little bit darker skin, he's got a light complexion compared
No,
to...
but with the hat, he has disguised self.
Yeah, that's what the hat's for.
And with his attitude, he'll be perfect as a druid.
Which hat
Yeah.
now are we talking about? I forgot.
The one I have on my inventory, I got it.
Hat of disguise.
Yeah.
I see that. A feather mask. It's a ferret-faced, feathered mask. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise self spell from it at will. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and all belongings of your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. You can see, one foot shorter, taller, appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangements of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you.
I mean, all he's really doing is just changing his skin tone.
Yeah, just getting a little underworld tan.
So he should get advantage for any disguise roll.
Yeah, because he's almost exactly what he's supposed to be.
That's not my job. It's up
All
to
right.
y'all.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna disguise myself like one of the city guard.
And I'm gonna make sure that Ruckus knows this is just a loan. Kind of like the hat bag.
Got it.
Now let's go.
Wait, are you saying you don't want him to wipe his ass with it? Then you shouldn't have given it to him.
Don't go wearing on us now.
All right. Well, what do you do? I mean, so tell me what you're doing then.
I'd like to go up and see if there's so someone's tending bar.
Yeah, it looks like some slaves, some Darrow slaves are, and there's a Durgar kind of sitting in the back, like his feet propped up. He looks like he's probably the owner, but he's not doing the work.
So I'm gonna get a picture of something, and then I'm gonna say I need someone to run an errand for me, and I'll ask who can do that.
We don't do errands for your type in here. Do it yourself.
So I'm willing to pay.
Show me the money.
I'll take out 5 gold and slap it down on the counter.
Well, what do you want, Run? What do you want?
I want 40 arrows brought to me right here.
And you're
I'll,
willing to pay
Keep
5
keep
gold
the change.
pieces for that?
the change.
I say it's 2 gold to pay for the arrows, and then 3 gold for someone's trouble.
Oh, what the hell? And he'll slap one of the Darrow gnomes and make him go get him some arrows.
I'll pay 3 of the gold.
Bazaar.
I'll pay 3 of the gold and add 2 of the gold to add another quiver for me too. So I'll pay 5 gold.
That's fine. And the Darrow will run off in a bit of haste while you're doing that. Now, while that's going on, Ruckus, apparently you have morphed yourself into a Durgar guard and have stepped out of the establishment.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually stay in. Are the guards still breaking up the fight in here?
No, they took them already outside.
All right, I kind of want to follow them, and kind of like meld in with them. Like I'm just part of the city guard, doing my job, doing my duty.
They bring them back out, and you watch them, and they head back toward the one of the gate sections y'all came from, back toward the west. And the guys, as they're dragging them along, the 2 that were fighting, basically what originally looked like kind of drunk and off kilter, kind of, they've sobered up, and they're like going, what is the meaning of this? What is going on? And their friends and I going, that just doesn't make sense. And the Durgar kind of the guards kind of dump them, and they walk up as they walk up to the corner where they dump them and all that, and there's another contingent of Durgard come walking back, and there's probably half a dozen, and there seems to be another one that, you can definitely tell there's one's got a helmet and it's covering his face very well, and the one that you're following, the one that you noticed kind of gave you all the look and all that, he runs up to them and he whispers something in the ear of this guy that appears to be in trouble, and he points back toward the spire.
I would like to use my keen hearing to pick up what he's saying.
You basically hear strangers, and he points back over toward the spire. Basically, you hear just something about some strangers and the retinue are back over in the spire. And this other guy kind of gruffs and goes, "And what were they carrying? How many weapons and all that?" And you kind of hear him basically, "They look like they could handle themselves." He goes, "Good, and let's just see who they are and what they are doing here. That many here shouldn't be, unaccompanied through Gracklestog." And basically, you've got a contingent. I'd say it's about 10 Durgar and this dude form up, and they all kind of get in line, and they're looking at you, and he basically kind of gruffs and says, "Get your ass in line. Let's get moving." And they begin to march.
I'm gonna move over there. I'm gonna shoulder my way through the crowd so I can be like his number 2 going through the door.
Sure, yes, sir.
But they look at you, and you are get back in line. You don't belong. Formation holds. You snot-nosed runt, and they basically pushes you. They're pushing you back, in the order of things that you don't belong up front, and you tried, but they see you're not of the right officer. You're not officer material. You're too small. You're too runny. You smell like a cat, and they push you back a little bit. But you see them marching, and they kind of fan out a little bit here. And he points to you, and he says, "You there, go get those strangers and tell them to come out here. I wish to speak with them." Snap to it.
Did our guy come back with our arrows yet?
Not yet.
What is do I know, can I make a intelligence check or some kind of check to know what Durgar call themselves? What's a good name, a good Durgar name?
I don't know. I mean, hold on a second. What the hell?
Like a buddy name,
No, what are their names generally?
Bob.
It doesn't matter.
George.
Shecky.
Yeah, you whatever word comes to mind for you at this moment. But I need to know, do you understand Durgard? And yeah, you've got undercommon language and all that, so you might have somewhat of a knowledge. Let's see. Well, you don't have much brains, do you there?
Yeah,
Marcus?
It's really not that important. I was just gonna make a joke about my name's John, sir, not you, guy. That's fine. I'm just gonna be like, yes, sir, and I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go over to the group and be like, play along, and then I'm gonna file them out, and the last one.
Who do you go talk to?
I'm gonna go straight to Dirtless and Hondo and Thandrick and Banjo.
Do you believe this Durgard that comes up and starts talking to you?
Yeah. Under my breath, I'm gonna go. Caw.
Never mind. Well played, Ruckus. Well played.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give them the hey, play along. Get outside now.
I'm gonna have Wobble stay behind and follow us from a distance.
All right. I just had this up. Where did he go? Okay. So, yeah, you got this Durgar. So you all kind of walk out, and Ruckus, and are you still in Durgar form there? I take it.
Yeah, I am. And like, who's the last person out
I don't know.
of the?
Y'all got to
Uh,
determine this.
Make a
Varus?
call. Varus. Okay, so like the last person out, I'm gonna kick him in the pants and be like, "Move it!" and then I'm gonna move past them, and I'm gonna get back in line.
As you're secretly hiding Wobble's way out. Yeah.
And it's a good thing that Varus is actually not here for that.
Yeah, he would do something just off the. Okay, so y'all make your way outside, and you've got this contingent of guard that are sitting there, and this bigger one kind of who's taking point on this.
I will walk up.
He looks up and goes, "Which one of you rabbles in charge?"
Well, I'm not in charge, but I'll speak for us.
I ask who's in charge. Runt.
Their leader's gone right now.
We don't have a leader. We're leaderless.
You Ruckus? Did you say that to him?
No, I didn't. I was just thinking it.
Better watch your mouth now. You're gonna get in trouble. So he's looking at you, Dirtus, and he kind of looks over at the other two dwarves. What about you, scumbags? Which one of you guys is in charge? Can't be. Between the other blue one and the hairy, flea-ridden bag bear over there. How the hell do y'all get anything done as a group?
Fandrick will approach and be like, I am in charge.
Leave it to us, scumbag dwarf. Well, and he kind of rubs his skin. He's got this white beard, and you go, well, and he just kind of pulls off this helmet that's kind of covering his face. And he's got it's a white beard, even though he's Durgard, it's kind of a little messy. And he was chatting in somewhat dwarvish Durgard, but he switches to a thick common at you, and he goes, what are you doing here? What is your purpose in our city?
Honestly, we're just passing through. We just, we're trying to find our way to I don't know, Gauntlegrim or one of those.
Mesopotamia.
What? Whoa, what now? Wait, so I heard two things there. What were you saying? What are you doing here again? Only one of you speak at a time. It's a bunch of rip-rabble.
Fandrick just says that we're just passing through and we're gonna be out of here soon.
Really? Just happened to make it away to our passing through our big city here.
Looking for conch.
Looking for what?
Conch shell.
I got your conch shell here. You can lay your hands on this all you want. But the best one you've seen ever. And he just like, what about the rest of you? What is the rest? How did a group like you form up? This unholy group. There's no way y'all are just innocent bystanders through our town.
Looks like a series of bad decisions.
Pretty much. Keep quiet, runt.
Our wagon was stolen, all of our goods was taken, and this was the first town we came upon, and we're trying to find a lead on where our stuff went.
We go swim in the lake. Maybe it went out there. You can find it down deep. And so he just kind of looks at you, and you see this kind of discomfiting glint kind of forms in his eye, and he's kind of begins to grin, and just kind of roughly goes, yeah, you're clearly lying. I'd ought to just send you to the slave pens, but you amuse me, and from what I hear, you're amusing some of our bystanders. What do you have on you that's worth your freedom?
Your head?
He kind of sits there, and his gaze kind of looks at each and every one of you and kind of is assessing who you are, and he's basically, he really kind of looks down at your weapons, what each and every one of you is looking at, and just kind of quickly in the back of from behind y'all there, you hear Turvey kind of whisper over to Hondo, and he goes, this Durgar he's just blatantly corrupt. I've never seen this before. They call him Gorglak, and he's, as bad as it comes around here. Make sure you do what he says, or, appease him all right, or we will all be in trouble. There's too many Durgar in this city for us to be able to escape with our lives. Find out what he wants, but appease him. Be quiet about it. And he kind of backs up and slinks away a little bit as he's watching.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my painted gold war mask, and I'll say this is something that we managed to keep from our caravan, one of our trade goods, and I'll toss it to him, and I'll say, why don't you have that, and we'll be on our way.
And he's kind of looking at, what is it? What's it do?
Doesn't do anything. It's just very valuable.
I want something that's powerful. I want something that's rare. I want a weapon that can make all fear me. You gotta, with a group like you walking around here, y'all gotta have something good like that.
I will show him my dagger.
Well, we're not talking. That's not a weapon.
I don't think I have any weapons on me that would.
Okay.
Nothing I'm willing to give up.
I'll show him my purple flowery headpiece from the mummy centaur thingy.
How many of them are there?
Well, there's about 10 at the moment, but you see other Durgard and types moving around. But this contingent of guards about 10. And you get the feeling that Gorglak is in charge of this section of town. You've run into trouble.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at. Do I have anything in our group inventory?
Do we have any like daggers that we're not using or anything?
Oh, I showed him my dagger. He didn't like it.
I want something impressive. That's small. That's just a needle.
I show him this mace that's all flamey.
I want to start not moving towards the party, but like I want to like take a step back and kind of like move backwards away from this engagement.
Okay.
He's got it all.
Oh, I guess the flaming mace might work.
Yeah, show him that mace. I have
what is it? What's it in your?
It's in the party inventory.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called the flaming mace. While attuned to this weapon, its wielder can use an action to make the head of the mace alight with green flame, and it does +1 fire damage to it when it hits.
But it looks amazing.
Now you're talking, boys. And he's kind of thinking, he goes, he kind of pushes, he shows you show it to him, Dirtless. Were you saying something, Ruckus? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. Where's the Durgar like lined up at?
That line, just kind of along there.
Okay, I'm gonna keep slowly backing out.
So you make me a wisdom check there, Ruckus. Let me just head you off at the pass here. You clearly know that if you start a fight here, you'll be dead before the end of the night.
Well, I wasn't gonna start a fight.
Well, I'm just
give me a little credit.
No, I know you.
The fight's going
know that you're facing 10,000 Durgard in this city, and so just y'all can try to start a fight, but you get the impression that would not behoove you at this point in time. But what he does is when y'all are chatting with him, you show him this flame and he's looking at, not bad, little one. You kind of surprised me there. And he goes, and then he pushes back a little bit and he goes, not here. I tell you what, you take it over to Wur's Salt Baron in the Dark Lake docks to the to the east here, and hand him that. And I'll consider payment in full, and just don't cause any trouble around here, and you can have your way with the docks areas, and I'll let some of the guard know to pay you no mind. But make sure you give it to Wirtz, because if he doesn't get it when I go check up on him, I'll send out the whole contingent here, and we'll strap your heads on pikes on the shoreline here for the fish to feed on at high tide.
I am willing to give up that mace for a free run of the dock.
Well, he's told you that he won't take it here, that you need to take it to this a man named
I'm nodding my companion. I'm nodding my companions and like, nobody else is just the damn ace. Let's give it to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, so here's what you're seeing. Ruckus is pulled back and he's watching this. Ruckus, make me another perception check with advantage, please. Gonna reveal something to you if you think you can roll high enough, my friend.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, green flame. Saw that say by the eyes. What's going on? Okay, you have definitely noticed though that when you're watching this and the crowd and some guards have kind of moved in and around, you will notice though that when you're looking at a couple that have come in from other sides to look at this, 1 minute they're standing there, and the next minute you'd look back and it's though they've disappeared, as though they were 1 minute there, and then the next minute you'll see the same Durgard is now over on the other side. They have the ability that you see that they have some type of invisibility trait that lets them wink in and out. You could be covered with several more guard and not even know it right at this point in time.
It was a good thing I didn't say anything out loud.
Yeah, so we definitely don't want to pick a fight with these guys if they could teleport around, right?
They're not teleporting around. Ruckus is noticing that they have invisibility traits. And,
so we're going to go give that mace up right now.
Well, y'all don't know that. Now, you might want to swing the mace, Sturless, at the dude, but Ruckus has seen this happening from his vantage point since he backed his ass up. But now he's thinking, now he looks around a little bit more, and what's to say that they're not several standing right next to him all of a sudden or close by watching his ass? Just so you know. Dun, dun, dun. And all right,
well, for now, we're going to comply.
Yeah.
And y'all know that you need to go. So he kind of...
We're heading towards the dock.
Yeah, he assesses you up, and he tells you to move your ass toward the Dark Lake docks and look for Weirs. Let me see. I keep dropping off this. Gracklestug there's a lot of people here, just so you know.
He can take that flaming mace and shove it up his Gracklestug.
You might be careful now, Banjo. There could be something right next to you hearing you say that. That would be bad.
For all we know, they're level 1. Maybe they're just level 1 little turds, and we'll just stomp mud holes in them.
I'm sure we can get the giants to fight for us.
So y'all are, so basically he kind of watches you and he sends, punch him in the, shloobadop, shloobidoo-doobie-doop. That's right, say by the dice. The words in this damn module are hard to come by. Shloobadop, shlooby-doop, Gracklestug. All right, and y'all are basically, Gorlak and most of the retinue will back up, and they will go back toward their gate, except for 2 of the guard will kind of stick with y'all, and they basically point that you need to go east.
We'll head towards the dock.
Yeah, well, we're complying. We're going to follow his directions.
Yeah, we're heading that way.
Yep. And you.
I didn't get my goddamn arrows though. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, the rest y'all are leaving. The Darrow will come running in and give you your damn arrows. Okay.
All right. So that means Eldith is full up and Banjo is good to go.
Hondo, were those for me? You're so sweet.
You better believe it, Mullet.
Buns.
You betcha.
Need to find a dark place, sweetie pie. I
Yeah,
hate
go,
those arrows.
Please go stand in the dark somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see Bapito and Seraph and all that. They're over there retching in the water, going bleh, bleh. So that's the last thing we need to see. Some dwarves making love. You wouldn't know which one's the male and which one's the female. Bleh, bleh.
That's not what we're talking about here. That's not what transpired.
I'm just giving her some arrows.
Yeah, but Pepito looks at. Well, see, this is where we need Vars, because then I'd say Pepito's gonna snuggle up to Vars and all that, and go, "We can find a dark spot together too."
But right now, Varus would say, "Yes, let's do it."
Yeah, we'll play bars for you. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
Watches the replay. He'll start posting on the Discord channel. No way! I would never. I'd kill myself. Sorry, folks that haven't watched the stream before. It's the rejects. What do you expect? You know, we go to different places with this game that should never be gone to in the first place.
It takes us years to get out of any instance.
Okay, so we're going to get this set up, and then we're gonna call it for the night. So, here's what's gonna happen. Y'all are gonna make your way. Let me give you a little bit of love here, because this is one big ass dock area.
I'll do this on camera too. I have something in my inventory that is called a gold tip bolt, but I have no description for it.
Let me see. It's where?
It's in my inventory. It says
That's
gold tip bolt.
Oh. Okay, it's not gold anymore. Okay, so that's from, you took a bolt and you dipped it in the gold waters that was in Tomoa-chan, that pool.
Yeah,
and it turned the tip of it gold. What you now notice is that when you reach back into when you were looking for weapons to give Gorlak to look at, you reached in thinking this bolt might be something cool. There's not gold anymore there. It's just a crossbow bolt now.
Okay. Damn it. That's what I was afraid of.
So you can just remove that from your inventory. There's no gold tip anymore.
I'll look at that one.
It makes you think, and you look at Hondo, and you say to Hondo, we should go back to Tomoa-chan and relive the glory that we left there on the field of battle.
I'll tell him, no.
Hey, you know how all sorts of shit fell on it.
We should let the almighty DM reset the map, and let's go through it again.
I just want to finish the puzzle.
That's right. You left so many puzzles unanswered, Hondo. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I just want to do the first one. I don't care about the rest.
I say, surely there's an adventure out there that involves giants or dragons.
Surely.
Maybe we could go find one of those.
Not for the Deadbeats. No. The Deadbeats
because
this slog of campaigns where it takes 4 days to get through one little map area, okay, and then the puzzles at the end of it, and it just drives you and Ruckus batshit crazy, you know. So because you can't solve it. All right.
Perhaps we can find either a dungeon or a dragon somewhere.
Dungeon or a dragon.
No.
We fought a dragon. We fought a dragon, a baby dragon.
Yeah, some of the viewers they did Tomoa-chan a while back, right before this one, and absolutely hated it. So y'all make y'all's way into the Dark Lake, and the wave of heat slams against you as you move through the throngs of just people. There you see, you see the dark lake out in front of you, and you've got just a jumble of buildings and streets, and there's just, this place is definitely, full of activity. And in the center area is a major shop area, this right here. And it's what's called the Blade Bazaar. And you believe that is, place to find, typical items, adventure items. That's where you think your arrows came from. All right. And you believe that you need to go in there and search around and both Topsy and Turvy and Sareth says get in there and we should be able to find this Wurs without any problems. And that is where y'all will head, and that is where we will hold for the night. Dun, dun, dun. So Jimmy can read
Sweet.
up ahead because I am way out of my element right now with this. I'm way out of my element with the Dark Lake and this district. There is a ton of stuff to look at here. This whole town is full of stuff. Y'all are going to be here for a few sessions, I can tell you that. It's not going to be as like schloobadoop in and out. So,
no, that's fantastic.
So, and it'll give me a better chance to read a little bit more on a few of these characters so that we can have some quality RPing, just what y'all need, instead of just smash and bash.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, we're a little early on our termination for tonight because we're down 2 players, and I'd like to get them involved. So we'll type up something, or I'll send a message over to Gamer and for Varus to watch this episode so they can at least kind of catch up with the shenanigans and where things are at, so we can get into there and they can understand the gravity of which Gracklestug appears before this party and what to accomplish here in Out of the Abyss. Dun dun dun. All right, guys. Ruckus, we get on the 8. Is the 8 start time good for 7? Well, it's 6 for you, isn't it? Right? Start time?
Yeah, it's 6 for me.
Is that good enough? Is that work?
Yeah,
for
that'll
you?
be good.
Okay, just making sure because I know we had talked about it back and forth, and I don't remember what we decided upon. But I think as long as we may have sometimes not be able to go the full 3 hours because we're pushing Varus, who's 2 hours ahead of us. So on his playtime. So
And he lives on an island.
he lives on an island.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, just let me know. I'll make arrangements to be available at 7:30.
Now, I think if we're splitting the difference, it's fair for both of y'all. It'll work for him, it'll work for you. And, as long as we're not in some high-pitched battle or we have to hold sometimes or something like this, he can hop off and we can just play his character out a little bit and have fun with his characters while he's not here and get him in some more trouble. So when he comes back, he won't know what's going to happen to him. So
He does that by himself.
pretty much. He does. It's true. Okay. All right. Well, it's good to see you. I saw Cyber. It's good to see you. Sorry, we're just we're going to hop out a little early here for this game, but we will see everybody. Not Saturday night. Remember, I'm not streaming for the girls Saturday. We will be streaming Sunday at noon Central for Genghis Khan, Colorado convention going on up there. We'll be streaming. There's a whole weekend of streaming streamers that are streaming live to the convention, and we'll have 3. I thought we were going to have 4 special guests, but I know there's going to be 3 guests plus Babuski. Jim Babuski's going to be playing in the game, and Moondog, one of my participant viewers, is going to be on the game with Casey from KoboCon and 2 other guys, game makers who are going to play and get initiated into the Rejects way of life. So, and we're playing a new little module that came out, little one shot that should be kind of fun. I would have run it tonight, but I didn't want anybody to see it. So if you guys watch, you can. If not, and nobody watches, we'll run it one night when we lose enough players like this, because it definitely is a one shot for 4 to 5 people, and it would have worked great. But I didn't want to spoil it. So anyway, guys, appreciate it. Sorry, like I said, we're camp out a little bit early, but I'll see. I think I'm good. Everybody's good for next week, next Thursday, and then. For Hondo and Dirt, like we were talking about for the painting, Another week or two, we'll get through, probably get closer to spring break, and then I'll plan on possibly, like I said, we'll do a Sunday afternoon on and off. We'll start doing a miniature painting deal, and I'm going to open it up to other viewers and people to come into the Discord channel, and we'll kind of talk and have round robin while I'm streaming and talk about painting techniques and just learn. And and you guys can start painting, and if we have to, we can figure out a way to put shots of what y'all are doing and things like that.
Yeah, I'll send pictures to you. I was just going to say I'll send some pictures of what I'm doing as I'm going through it, because I just started.
Yeah, I'm really dying. I've got my display. I think I've got the camera set up exactly the way I want it, which is right behind me, and I've got the camera set for that. So anyway, yeah, we're close on that, and the West Marches stuff we should have up here within the next month to get that going and open it up for the players and for a couple of these other streamers that I've been chatting with. I want to see if any of them have interest in getting involved in that too. So we're gonna have probably, I'm hoping, a good group of streamers and players for a multi-channel deal. So all right, guys, well, we're gonna sign off. We'll say goodbye to our viewers tonight. Say bye.
Yep.
Night,
Thanks all.
All right, guys,
Night
we'll
stream.
take care. We'll see
Thank you.
everybody Sunday at 12 o'clock Central Time for Genghis Khan. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Awesome.
Bye, stream. Thank you.